So yeah, let's talk about it. I'm old as shit now. I'm 24. I'm no longer a spring chicken. I'm just a chicken. 9 to 5. I turned 24 and immediately got a fucking 9 to 5. Isn't that the darkest shit you've ever heard? Bro.
They got Nia.
They fucking got me. I work every day. I'm full-time. I'm a full-time sit behind the desk talking about good afternoon. I hope that your week has been going well. I was just wondering if you can like submit this purchase order for me and get it approved, blah, 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 because I really need to go to Albany for this convention.
Right.
That's what I fucking do. Good morning, y'all. Welcome to the Morning Bleezy.
Welcome to the fucking Morning Bleezy.
We're back.
Welcome to the Morning Bleezy.
Welcome to the Morning Bleezy, y'all. Y'all really stuck around. Like, you're here for season 2, episode fucking 1. You guys are like the real listeners. The real smokers. The real commuters. Hell yeah. You be ripping the pen in the damn walk-in fridge. You be hitting the pen in the damn handicap like accessible bathroom. I know that's you, and I see you, and I'm here to speak for you. We are your voices.
The Morning Bleezy is a pod that we rolled up just for you.
Just for you.
On that commute to that whack-ass job that you don't want to go to.
It's so whack. It's so fucking whack. I know what you guys go through now. I hate it.
And this is season 2 of this. We love all our listeners.
And we're so happy that you're still here bumping us at fucking 6 a.m. on a Monday. Let's talk about the weather. It is spring. Happy spring, you guys.
It snowed.
Where?
Like 2 months ago.
It did, but that's not the spring.
In New York City. And I was like, you know what? It's good to see that Earth still got it. Because it don't be snowing like it used to.
I'm going to be honest with you, King. That was not real snow. That was like...
That was spice.
Worker number 7727's turn on the fucking weather machine.
Yeah.
Like, I'm going to make it snow in this hole. That was a real one. He was looking out for us, but that was man-ass made.
Okay, or alternatively, it's just like the last gasps of a dying climate.
Yeah.
You're like, I think this is what we do right now. Y'all, we got like plants that like historically bloom at this week of this year for centuries, blooming like 2 months early because they think it's cooked.
Yeah.
It's over. It's fine. But here's the thing. It was really warm last week and it made me happy.
I smiled. I went on many walks in a day. I went on multiple walks in a single day.
Walks, bike rides.
Yeah.
Fucking
shit. What am I gonna do?
And then we got the hour of daylight on the end there. Shit's setting past 7 p.m. now.
That's true.
And it won't set earlier than 7 p.m. again until after September 18th or some shit. Like we made it. We made it out of the manufactured seasonal depression. Because all they got to do is not roll that hour back, and then we're 1 hour less depressed all winter, but they won't fucking do it.
Absolutely not. Fuck all that.
Onto the traffic.
I've always hated the Cybertruck. I've always thought that most of the things that whack-ass man comes out with is whack. It's not good. He just stamps his damn stamp on it, and everybody's like, oh my god, it must be like genius. It must be something completely different. It's ugly. Ask yourself, why did he add another step to a fucking door? Opening the car door, why do I have to press it to then open it?
That's the thing.
What if there's a man chasing me?
I don't think it was a Tesla, but it was like some other like EV. It's like for the gas thing, you like push a button and then it like, it's like, bitch, it's opening the gas thing. We figured it out a while ago.
Who is this supposed to be for?
I've probably ridden in like, I don't know, 4 Tesla Ubers over the years, and like I haven't cleanly executed
you look like
the door once. And I think they get off on it.
They
like,
do.
They're like, you have to hit the button. I'm like, you're the asshole, by the way.
This fucking plebeian buffoon can't get out of my car fast enough. Watch him fumble.
You Ubering to pay off this shit fucking car.
Your fucking toy, your goddamn toy car. So that's traffic, man. Fuck a Tesla.
Hey, Nia. You got a light?
I absolutely do, Jake. Thank you for asking. Here is this beautiful lighter that I have.
What does that say?
I actually didn't know when I picked it up. The Morning Bleezy. Oh, it says
Shit.
The Morning Bleezy. I can't believe. Would you believe that?
That's
the same name
is
as our podcast.
what it says.
Wow.
Wow.
I wonder where you can purchase these.
Well, New York City, because it turns out it's kind of a bitch to legally mail these around the country.
The government doesn't want you.
It's possible, but I have to do a lot of homework first. So if you around, you could get your hands on an official Morning Bleezy Bic. It starts fires.
It's beautiful.
You don't need to charge it.
Yeah. Take this wherever you need to go.
It'll remind you about your favorite podcast.
Absolutely. Whenever you look at it, whenever you light your evening blunt after you come home from work, you'll be like, damn, let me cut on the Morning Bleezy.
I only smoke in the evening off that Morning Bleezy Bic.
Absolutely.
It's been described by customers as very stealable, which is, if you know, you know.
It's very true.
I've had it in my pocket for a week, and my keys haven't like rubbed the shit off or nothing. You know.
This is a very well made lighter. Get yours today.
Moving on to sports. Shohei Ohtani is the best baseball player.
All Japan. What? And where is he?
He's from Japan,
He is
but
from
he's
Japan.
like whenever Japan got a superstar so big that they got to go make that MLB money.
Absolutely.
He came over. It was a huge deal. Where is he going to play?
Yep.
He did a bunch of years in. Well, he was on the Los Angeles Angels. He stayed in LA, but he went to the Dodgers this offseason because the Dodgers have that fucking bread to throw around. So they got the big fucking name. He can pitch and he can hit. Like, he's good enough to be like just a pitcher in the MLB or like just a hitter, you know, base runner in the MLB. But the fact that he can do both makes him a superhuman freak of all time. And it's amazing. He's so fucking talented. But he doesn't really be speaking English like that. He doesn't have to. He's so fucking good. He's
Let
getting
the talent speak for itself.
Fuck yeah. So his man Ipe, I think they've been friends forever, and that's his translator. So like everywhere that Shohei Ohtani goes, Ipe goes.
Is right next to him.
He's translating, but they're also great friends. Like, you know, he does his shopping for him. You know, his job is to go around the world with his homie and just be the number one guy for him. Like because all the interviews after the game, like if they're like, how was that for you? It's going through Ipe.
Yeah.
Anyway, a story was about to break that Shohei Ohtani was going to be caught up in a federal case against a bookkeeper, like an illegal gambling thing going on in California. ESPN was getting ahead on this story, and among the documents they were reading, there were some wire transfers from Shohei Ohtani to this illegal book that they were already investigating. So it just... oh my God, that's the face of the MLB on this list of, you know, transactions. Multiple transactions. Some of them were like 500K. The total amount over different transactions, $4.5 million, wired directly from the account of the MLB player to the bookkeeper. But when ESPN reached out to the spokesperson for Shohei Ohtani and his team to be like, we're going to run this story. What do you have to say? They very upfront had Ipe like sit down for an interview with ESPN, and his story that he told initially was that he is the gambler. Like he like has a gambling problem, and he racked up $4.5 million in debt to this bookie. And Shohei Ohtani, being his day one and a amazing fucking person, like sent the guy $4.5 million like to clear his friend of his debt. Then hours later, the lawyers for Shohei Ohtani reach out and they say, no, Shohei Ohtani is a victim of a massive theft. He didn't know about this. Like he's been robbed of $4.5 million.
I think that he got a ride or die best friend. Like honestly, I think maybe it's either Shohei was betting mad money and his best friend was like, damn, this looks really bad in like the eyes of like, you know, society. It's not very nice to be looked at as a gambler. So, you know, best friend, you give me mad money, you give me a place to stay, and I know that you're not about it like that. So like, I'll take the fall for you. What do I really have to lose?
Right.
I hope that that's what it is. You know, besties looking out for each other. Or, you know, the worst case is probably you stole from your best friend and he was like, damn, now I got to pay them back for you.
The fact that he wired it to an illegal book is a federal crime. Like, it doesn't matter that he was trying to be a super homie and that his friends lost the money in a bet. If he paid that, if he authorized that transfer of money, he's kind of on the hook. So that they think that that's why the story changed. Like maybe Ipe really told the truth the first time to ESPN, and then the lawyers were like, "Holy fuck! Like that's gonna implicate Shohei Ohtani in like federal." Messy.
I mean, it is messy, and I think that that's probably like the safest route that they can go, since it is a federal crime. Just be like, oh no, it was like stolen, and then eventually it'll go away, and then, you know, you just settle out and just be like, yeah, I paid this fine and then I went home. Praying for Ipe.
Listen, no matter what the truth ends up being, I think Ipe might be a little fucked. He already lost the job. Like they already were like, you're not his man anymore.
Word?
Well, it was like the Dodgers paying his salary because like, you know, they signed the contract with Shohei Ohtani, and it's probably in there like, well, you got to bring my boy along.
Facts. Shohei probably got his back though. I'm very like conspiracy girl when it comes to gambling. Gambling's bad, okay? There's a lot of vices that I'm like, all right. But gambling, I see you. Gambling, don't promote it. Stop putting these bald milk dud black men on my screen to promote gambling. I am done with it. I don't want to see The Rock. I don't want to see that other one that's on fucking Caesars whatever. I don't want to see any of it.
I think they got Jamie Foxx on one of them.
And then eventually his hair will fall away from him too from associating with that shit. And that's that on that.
That's actually a really good deterrent. If like, you know, like it's like if you jerk off, you'll go blind. You know that whole... That'll
happen to you. Yeah,
it's like if you gamble, you will go bald. That would actually solve the whole thing for...
And I'm not lying. You will go bald if you gamble. It'll make you tear your hair out. What's next? Questions.
Season 2.
Season 2, guys.
Trying new shit.
We have another section. We're gonna do a listener question. Woo! It took a second for that. I'm so happy, you guys. You really did like send in questions, and I appreciate it. Wow, you guys are so interactive with this podcast. I'm talking to you there.
I got a question for you. What questions do you have for us?
Send us more questions at The Morning Bleezy, at Roses Vivo, at Jake Jurich. We'll take all the questions.
Not only will we take all the questions, we'll answer the ones we like.
I will answer every single one. I'm gonna make it weird for everybody. You're gonna have to censor everything. There's one question that's just a long beat.
Yeah. Classic.
Our first question.
What is it?
Comes from Cody. And
Hi,
this
Cody.
is a real shout out to you, Cody. Hello.
Thanks for writing in.
Thanks for the lamb ragu you made that one time at your dinner party. It was really good. How do I quit when my boss's dad just got diagnosed with cancer? I really like her and feel like leaving might put on more stress, but fuck it, I gotta go. When you quit your job, let's not act like there is some sort of like guilt, a guilty feeling that may come over you, you know. I'm leaving my coworkers with a lot of work to deal with my shitty bosses. Sometimes you may feel like you're the fucking class clown and you make things lighter and you're like, damn, these bitches are gonna be so sad without me. Is that a problem that's what I feel. That's how I feel a lot. Let me know if that's how
damn,
you ever feel that?
I might quit and the room might get a little darker.
Yeah. That's a genuine worry.
Shifts start feeling a little longer.
I feel like
no, I think maybe I think I'm a good vibe at any job I've ever had for the other people there. But anytime I've quit, it's always just the crippling, like, oh my God, I'm about to like put these people in a difficult spot.
Yeah.
But there's never a good time. It's like a breakup, right?
Yeah.
It's just like, if it's not working, like you could keep justifying why it's not this week.
You are not a doctor. Remember that. You are not your job. You are not connected. You don't necessarily owe these people anything.
No.
These people, they're not giving you the money out of their pocket. If your boss is going through a tough time and you really need to quit, you can do one or two things to make it easier on them.
What's that?
Find a recommendation. Find somebody else that's looking for a job. Give them a 2 to 3 week notice. You know, I personally don't believe in that, but if you're like, damn, I feel kind of bad, give them a 2 to 3.
Right.
That's up to you. You can decide on that. And you can't save her dad. Nobody here can save her dad besides a doctor. So, you know, you gotta get out of there. I'll be the first one to tell you. I wake up every day at 7 a.m. and I'm like, God damn, I want to quit. I want to leave. I want to leave. I want to leave. I want to leave. But I don't. I don't do it. But I wish a lot of you other bitches would. I pray for you. I pray for the strength.
There's giving them advanced warning, and then there's justifying the quitting at all. Like, do you need to be like, this is why?
Nope, absolutely
right.
Not. You don't owe anybody an explanation.
You don't.
You'd be like, so why are you leaving?
So that's the baseline, is that you don't.
Yeah.
So if you're in a tough spot, lie. It's not like I'm dissatisfied here. It's definitely not you, you know, but it's like, I gotta move.
Personally, I'm a fan of being honest when I'm quitting a job. I love being my truest self when I'm quitting a job.
Is that what the boss whose father is battling cancer is going to want to hear? Is like, well, at least she was honest when she told me she don't fuck with the place. Or like, would you rather just hear, oh, but it's out of her hands?
Our listener said that he really liked his boss. So
I guess he owes her that.
I mean,
fuck, Cody, that's tough.
That is. And now let's get into the news.
Oh, man.
I'm a born and raised Bronx girl. I love living uptown. It is known that the 2 is a very dangerous train. However, it has gotten even worse. Not only are there rats, mice, roaches, vagrants, deviants, vagabonds, but there's pigs. In the hundreds and thousands. It is ridiculous, the shit that they are putting us through. When I tell you there are miscellaneous evil people running about on these trains, and there are several men, armed people standing at the doors making sure that you don't hop over the turnstile so they can give you $100 ticket. This is the world that we fucking live in.
It's crazy you think that they're there to stop fare evasion, Nia. They're clearly there to beat their Candy Crush high score on a 10-hour overtime shift that shut down the libraries on Sunday.
It feels suffocating, the police presence, and it doesn't do anything. One of my friends was on the train, and the cops came onto the train car and started asking people, hey, is there a guy threatening people with a hammer? Have you seen a guy threatening people with a hammer on this station, on this train? Have you seen a guy? There's a guy on the loose threatening people with a fucking hammer, and you're talking to me, asking me, you think I'd be here? Just chilling if there's a man threatening people with a hammer? Are you fucking serious? Why is there 8 of you at a station and you can't find a man swinging around a hammer?
In 2022, New York paid $4 million in overtime to cops. In 2023, it was $155 million. Most of that was for watching for fare evasion in packs of 9 on the fucking mezzanine level of the fucking station.
Posted up.
Doing nothing. In that year where they spent $155 million on the overtime, they wrote people up for fare evasion that added up hypothetically to $104,000.
It was never about the fucking tickets.
That's like $4,000 of overtime pay for a cop for each person they got avoiding 290.
The shit's not running on the fucking weekend. It's dangerous as hell. Like, my grandma's even fucking worse. She's like, they're gonna push you into the tracks, and I'm like, shit, they fucking might. And there be 8 different cops on the damn platform just chatting it up. I'm like, you're not even fucking watching. This shit is dark and dangerous. You getting more money, I'm paying more money, and everything is getting worse. Get them the hell out of here.
It's the same equation of when, like, you're like, we should defund the police, and then someone's like, well, who do you think's gonna save you when they're robbing your house or when you're about to get kidnapped? It's like, bro, do the cops do that now? They show up after. Maybe they shoot someone. They're not on the platform. They're not on the train. They're up there where there's money to be avenged for.
They're doing the same shit for more pay, and it's bullshit. Have you seen that? Speaking of which, of cops doing bullshit things, have you seen that fucking clip of that cop who, like, unloaded his gun into a car because he heard an acorn fall? And he's like, oh, shots fired. He fucking unloads his whole shit. The other guy fucking shoots the entire car up. Luckily, thank God, this person survived.
Well,
but, like, the trauma.
Did you hear the one about the cop who detained a woman, I guess arrested her, like she's in the back of the cop car, handcuffed, and then he's texting and driving, crashes into a fucking lake or whatever, and he swims out but eventually drowns, but she's in the back of the cop car with no way to get out. He just dipped. She fucking drowned. I saw a tweet that was like, well, they got rid of the mob. But you don't ever really get rid of, like, the types of motherfuckers who would join the mob.
Absolutely.
So where did they go to work?
They're all around you, motherfucker. Like, sociopaths everywhere.
The cops.
The cops. So get them out of here. But I'm here to say, get the National Guard out of the subway. As a New Yorker, as an American, you should not be standing for that.
It was the governor who sent it in.
Whack.
She's on her.
Is that, like, Kathy?
That's Kathy.
Kathy, you bitch.
Tell me you live in a normal ass country. Tell me it's running fine when you got to go through a military checkpoint to get on the queue. Like, that's shit where, like, you'd be like, you know, in North Korea, they got to go through a military checkpoint to get on the train. And you're like, wow, thank God. Bitch.
That's
Midtown.
Me right now.
Like, but it's for show. Because it's at certain stations where, like, it's mad people and it's slowing down people's commutes. It's a genuine inconvenience. But, like, bitch, if you're trying to shoot up the subway, you go to any fuck-ass station anywhere else in the system where they're not performatively checking New Yorkers' bags with ARs with their fingers just off on the side, like I'm sure they were taught. Fucking, that's not normal. But people walking around like it could be is a dangerous fucking slope, bro.
Yeah.
Eric Adams might want all that money to go to put the NYPD in there, not the National Guard, but he's going to make damn sure that it's not going to the arts.
Nope.
Or education.
Nope, fuck the kids.
Or transportation or things that would improve the city. It's so bad that in the budget, they now don't have the room to run the public libraries 7 days of the week. So this happened, I think, back in the fall, but it was like, oh, today is the last Sunday that the New York Public Library system will be open. But we do have $155 million to throw at raking in $100K in evaded fares.
And not only... I can go on on Eric Adams for forever, but
these are Democrats, bro. Kathy and Eric are Democrats, but it doesn't matter when they're just pushing money to authoritarian police state type shit and defunding education so we can't really think about it. And
we'll never forget when that motherfucker was like, parents, we're gonna need to see a lot more volunteering. We're gonna need to see you guys showing up, and where the teachers are gonna need a lot more help. We're gonna see a lot more volunteering from parents. I'm like, bro, so you're cutting the funding, and then the teacher leave early, and then their parents who don't know shit about fractions or nothing or none of the shit that they're supposed to be learning about is supposed to come in and teach them? After they done paid the fucking congestion fee to get into the city to go to work, and then to get out.
Right.
And then to pick up their fucking kid.
And it's like, okay, with the congestion pricing, right? It's like, Eric Adams, either public transit is at such a high standard, it's so good that we are doing congestion pricing because y'all don't need to drive. Y'all should get on the train because we're fucking New York and the train is great. But at the same time, we got to have all these cops in there because crime is going crazy in the subway. It's, which one is it? You notice how they just get to fuck around with the money either way? It doesn't really matter.
Take the money back, New York.
Bitch.
Hop if you can hop. We already know that the bus driver do not give a fuck. You walk right past that man. You give him a high five if you can. Tell him good night after you leave. All that shit. But do not pay that motherfucker that $2.90. Absolutely not. It is not worth it. They're using the money in all the wrong ways. What is the point? No. Don't give him any money if you don't have to.
Thank you for listening. You're probably at work now.
You're definitely at work. You definitely have been listening to this, like, sitting in the parking lot, and I really appreciate it.
We're the Morning Bleezy.
We are.
And we're fucking back.
We're back!
So back, in fact, that actually we can't record for the next 2 weeks. So we're going to give y'all more listener questions the next 2 Mondays. And then we are going to be even backer than we are now, which is so fucking back.
Stay tuned for that. We're going to answer your questions.
Send us more questions. And get creative, get weird.
Get real weird. Please. I'm going to say it. We won't even bleep it.
We're saying questions so that y'all understand the bit, but send us statements. Yeah. Send us proclamations.
Rant through us. Do that.
Check out The Morning Bleezy wherever you get your podcasts, themorningbleezy.com, and Arcola TV. Bitch.
Arcola.
Bye.
Bye.